Shout out time. I like to give a shout out to all those men who are home with their families during this quarantine, but they were already family oriented, committed, dedicated men who spent time with their families before this quarantine happened, and they continue to do so because that's just who they are, not because they're forced to. I like to give a shout out to all those men whom, regardless of the circumstance, they do not put their hands on females. To restrain a woman who is attacking you is very different from abusing women, very different from not being able to get your way. So you're trying to control someone, and that's how you do it, through abuse. They will take a walk, they'll put their hands in their pocket, they'll phone a friend, but under no circumstance do they put their hands on women. They do not call women out of their names. I like to give a shout out to those men whom they work really hard at their jobs outside in society, and they still come home and they will help with chores, with dishes, with helping to clean the bathroom, with vacuuming, sweeping, helping with children, helping with homework. They rubbing your feet, rubbing our back. You still get foreplay, and you still get good loving, and not that lazy stuff either. Shout out to them. Shout out to all the men whom are not letting outside people and negative people poorly influence them in their decisions in their households. Shout out to all the men who support and encourage and motivate their women, who support their goals and their dreams and their aspirations of going to school, of building businesses, of bettering themselves. And they say, well, what can I do to support you? They will invest in you if they have to. And they say, listen, if you're trying to open an ice cream shop, then I'm going to be right there with you scooping. If you've got a CD out, I'm going to be trying to help you to make sales and sell merch. I'll be right at the table. Those men who are like women's cheerleaders, well, it's no men cheerleaders, but you get my point. I like to give a shout out to those men who are not afraid of putting women, their women, in position to win, who want to help them to win, who teach them about business, about stocks, about things so that they could win, who are not jealous of women, who are not trying to compete with them, who aren't afraid of them becoming too successful. I like to give a shout out to all the men whom were loyal before this quarantine. They weren't out, because some men are just with their women because they had to be, and ain't nowhere else to go. Otherwise, they would be out with a side chick or cheating. But those men who are loyal to their families, to their women, I like to give a shout out to all those men who know of women's past and don't use it against them, won't judge them because of it, and will still accept them. Like, look, I know that you've been through some stuff. I know that you have possibly dealt with molestation, dealt with rape, dealt with domestic violence, probably grew up in foster care. I know that you probably were a teen mom. I know that you probably grew up like this, or this is your situation, and they say, you know what, I accept you for who you are, queen. I'm here for you. I will protect you. And they have patience in knocking down some of those walls that women have built up, but they're ready to take their rightful place as a protector of women. I like to give a shout out to all those men who fear God, who love God, those who have a spiritual connection, those who are trying to draw their families and draw their women closer to God, and those who are establishing that in their household, those praying men, those fasting men, those men who are reading scripture and walking the walk, not just talking the talk, those who are living it, okay, and implementing the things that they learn and teaching it. I like to give a shout out to all those men who are helping women raise children that do not belong to them, but they're being leaders, showing their leadership abilities, being mentors, and saying, you know what, I am here to help you. I'm here to help you and to support you. And I know it's not my responsibility and I know it's not my obligation, but you know what? The children come first. And this is not about you. These are about innocent children or innocent youth. I like to give a shout out to all those men who, although you are not no longer with the moms of your children, are still saying, you know what, I am going to be there and I'm going to be a father committed. I will not miss a beat. I'm going to be at PTA. I'm going to be at graduation. I'm going to be at birthday. I'm on all the special holidays. I will not miss anything. I will be present. And I still will provide, regardless, not with you anymore, but what do my children need? Whatever my children need, I will provide it. So they do not have to be put on child support. And for those who are put on child support, then they're making their weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly payments consistently. And when they fall short on the amount they're supposed to give, then at least they give something consistently, making diligent efforts to contribute. We like to give a shout out to those men. Like to give a shout out to those men who appreciate women with their natural bodies, your natural hair, your natural boobs, your natural butt, your stretch marks, when you lost weight, when you gained weight, when things changed, and they still were right there. So, shout out to those men. Yeah. I think we're about to start a shout out to challenge. I was inspired to do this. Another brother inspired me. So now, he was shouting out a whole bunch of women. And now I was motivated and inspired to make this video for you all. So let me know what you think in the comments. My daughter did my hijab styling. What y'all think? So let me know what you think in the comments section. And let's have this conversation. I'm opening the floor up. But we've got to be fair across the board. Everyone wants to be supported. Everybody wants to be encouraged. Everybody wants to be desired. Everyone wants to be appreciated. Everybody. And everybody won't be catered to too. No, it's not. It's catering. It's not just gender specific. It's just for one gender. We need to definitely, misunderstood. Signing off. I hope you all are staying safe and healthy. Assalamu alaikum.